chop it up. In my hood, there ain't really much to eat. Popeyes on the corner, McDonald's right across the street. All this talk about guns and the drugs, pretty serious. But look at what they feeding y'all. That's what's really killing us. Please change the food in my school, make it good. Get that fake food up out of my hood. Hope the message not misunderstood.
Okay. No, I'm not buying no
Very,
AirPods.
very happy to be here. Very happy to be here.
No, I thank you for actually accepting to come and do this. Like, you didn't have to accept that at all. But like I was saying, I feel like a lot of times men health, it does not get discussed at all. At all.
That's because men don't discuss their health.
And why is that though? Why is that?
That's because men are afraid of so many things. They just, we're not very expressive. And I had to learn that as a so let me start off by saying first, there's no such thing as a happy fat person. No, that don't exist. Because if it do, I never found it. The happiness that's in my view that I can see, that I'm approaching, is clearly all because I'm not fat anymore.
I definitely agree with that. Like, because I don't know, but yeah, it was a point in time where I had gained a bunch of weight because I always thought I couldn't gain weight. So I just literally just started dogging my body out, eating whatever I wanted to eat, doing whatever I wanted to do when I wanted to do it, and it caught up to me eventually. And along with that came other illnesses as well too. But yeah, I definitely was not happy when I was that weight. Like,
well, you ask yourself, what are the expectations of a fat person? To be unhappy, to be unhealthy. And what it is you know what misery is. Misery is bad circumstances and conditions. And fat people, and I'm not bashing fat people or anything because I come from that, but fat people are walking misery. Walking bad circumstances and conditions.
And were you fat your entire life, or?
Yeah. This is my first time. This the smallest I ever been in my entire. This is the smallest I've been probably since 10.
Y'all hearing this, right? The smallest he has ever been since the age of 10. And make sure as y'all coming in, share the live, okay? Share the live so this can possibly help somebody. You never know who's going through something or who needs some type of guidance or some type of help, or just to know that they're not in a situation alone, because there is people in this world that is willing to help and willing to guide and willing to give advice and willing to share their story, that's not afraid or not ashamed, because we all got to start somewhere at the end of the day. So I just want to go ahead and once again, thank you for actually coming to do this live and speak to especially to the men, because like I said, I don't see, and I follow a bunch of different people and a bunch of people, different people that do lives and things like that. But it's always towards the women. It's always the women. And I get it. Women, we run the world. I don't care what nobody say. But at the end of the day as well, too, we need men. We need healthy men because you guys make a huge part in the world as well, too.
Yes,
so
definitely.
we need everybody to just come together as one and let other people know, like, listen, it's okay. What you going through? Let me know. I've been there, or I haven't been there, or let's figure something out. And I just want to once again just say thank you so much. And go ahead and just briefly introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about where you grew up and where you from, how you grew up. You got any children or anything like that? Just go ahead and briefly tell me and tell everyone else as well too that's watching. Let's hear about it.
Indeed. Thank you. My name is Bobby Smith. I'm from Toledo, Ohio. I was born and raised there. I've only been a few places, so I always say that I'm literally like from here. Like that's what I do. So I have 2 children, 1 boy, 1 girl. The girl is 14 years old. Her name's Ramaya. My son name's Jalen. I I grew up I grew up fat, insecure, um, estranged. You know what I mean? Like, but that was just to me, because from the outside looking in, I had both of my parents in my life. They're still in my life right now, and me and my dad, like, we best friends, along with another best friend that I have. And my mom, I love her dearly. They're both unhealthy, you know, which is not. I don't want to. And then as I speak, because one thing about me, and I've always been this way, I'm like very like vulgar, but not profane. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But I'm real intense about what I speak about, because I've been through this journey and I really
Mm-hmm.
did this, and you know what I mean? So,
Right.
but people, in order to get healthy, you have to realize you're unhealthy. So I grew up unhealthy. My children are unhealthy. You know what I mean? Like mentally, physically.
Mm.
And that's why I went on this journey to change that. I was unhealthy. And I started to see and feel how unhealthy I was from all the years and all the trauma and, you know, detriment I put my own self through. So that's what put me on my journey. I grew up just like any other kid. You know, I didn't have it all, but it was decent. And like, and very fortunate to still have both parents. I know a lot of my friends didn't even have their father in their life. So, and I grew up um, around people who knew that. So I was kind of more fortunate around even my friends and stuff, because they never had their father. So I always had that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what led me to this point, that perspective from that male, which I give my, no matter what people think their dad is or what he should be, if he's there and you can call him and talk to him and he can advise you on some significant things that you're going through, you should respect that and honor that always, no matter what you think a failing or a shortcoming is from your father. Because we only have a perspective of what our father is to be on the TV screen, and what they want you to have your father be in your life. So my dad was there no matter what anybody thinks of him or any of that. I love him to death. I talk to him almost every day, and I teach him,
That's
and he'll tell
awesome.
you that. And it's a loving relationship. Same way with my mom and everybody.
That's awesome. That's definitely good to hear because you know, you don't hear a lot of Black families sticking together and growing up in two parent households, a healthy two-parent household at that, because mine is completely opposite. I didn't grow up in a healthy two-parent household. It was full of abuse mentally and physically. So I
Mm.
dealt with that type of trauma as well too. And yeah, so okay, that is absolutely amazing. And then like as far as like your eating habits and things like that growing up, how was your eating habits? I know that you said that you've always been fat or on the heavier side, because I don't want to keep calling it fat because I hate when people say the word skinny.
Hmm.
So you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? I don't want to
And that's
say,
crazy because I love hearing the word skinny. You know, so, but it's a different perspective. You know, I'm coming from fat. So
but was
that's
it
why I always
okay when you were fat though? Like what
skinny or fat.
was people saying, oh, fat, was people teasing you and things like that
Oh
and
yeah.
pointing out that you were fat? Okay. And then
Oh yeah, I got
now
teased.
that you lost the weight, now they saying skinny.
Yeah, and then it'd be fat people. So
That's what I
you
get
know
out
what I
of it
mean?
as
So
well too. When I'm trying to change that mindset, because it's like now I'm skinny to you because look at you.
right,
But if I sit
right.
here and I call you a name or something like say something about your shape, then it's a problem. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so
Yeah,
all of the
yeah.
name calling and body shaming and things like that, I feel like that goes extremely way too far, because words at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody say, they do hurt.
Yes,
And
yes.
it does replay in certain people's minds, especially too if they're not mentally strong enough. Like words will tear people down, and
Definitely.
some people, they don't understand that, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah. You're
yep. So as far as like your eating habits, what type of things did you used to eat growing up? Like just from when you were a child, from as long as you can remember, what type of foods did you grow up on?
the same things that McDonald's, Burger King, fake meat, Salisbury steak, bologna, ham, chips. You mean you name it. My biggest weight, my largest weight was 320. I was 320 pounds, and I was like 17, 16. And you know, it's amazing to even be saying that, but it's the reality of it. And that's because of the eating habits, you know what I mean, which were passed down from what my parents were eating.
Right.
They don't know no better. I kind of, this is no lie. So I went to my mom's house the other day. She in there frying some sausages, and she always play with me and be like, "Son, you want some of these sausages and stuff?" I'll be like, "No, Ma, you know." But at the same time she was cooking the sausages, she bit a donut. You know what I mean? So what is that? What is that? That's an unhealthy mind frame. So we have to attack the issue from the mind. You have to call people out. Like, you can't baby the problem or the issue. So that's during my eating habits. When I was little, I got babied. It was okay. The fat boy is okay. Let that boy eat. You know what I mean? Let him leave hungry. You know what I mean? All the time. So we baby the problem to the point where you baby it, you nurture the problem till it get out of control. Then that person gone, then you crying.
Right. But like you said, though, like your parents, they didn't know no better. My parents didn't know no better either. Shit, I'm just now learning. I didn't learn until once I was diagnosed with MS. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you up. I didn't drink water.
Nope.
I didn't. I would sit here and make sure I got a 2 liter of Pepsi though, or Coca-Cola, or all type of junk food, like a bed full of junk food. And I would just literally just lay up and be like, this is my snacks. Like, this is my food.
Yeah.
This is for breakfast. I'm going to the bakery to go get me 6 different type of donuts or cheesecakes or whatever I felt like eating. And that's what I would have for breakfast. I would go to sleep. I would wake up and I would do it all over again if that's what I chose to do. No water, no fruits, no smoothies, no, that did not exist to me.
And you do it like my mom. I'm not shaming her, but this is the reality. And when I was in the eating habits like that, I would do the same type of things. You know what I mean? I would eat burgers and drink alcohol and eat cake and ice cream. And so it's just a terrible way of eating. But like you said, that's what I grew up eating. So that's how I continue to eat until now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And then the type of environment that you were around, you weren't around no type of like gang banging or anything like that? Or what type of environment were you around?
I put myself into it once I got a little older.
Into
I put
a gang?
myself into it. Yeah. I was out here following, trying to be in gangs and claiming the hood and, you know, living foul. Like I was a follower, you know, I was a fat teenage kid. I had really, really bad acne and skin problems. Growing up, I was very, very insecure about a lot of things. You know what I mean? And then it leaked into adulthood. And when we learn as we get older that we never change. You tell me where you changed at from the child to the adult. There's no change.
The only thing that really changed was the age.
The age, or what you think is your age, because a lot of adults misconceive behavior. They put behavior with children. They think of the word behavior with children, not realizing that them two themselves have a behavior. They behave. The way you act is your behavior.
Right.
You have an eating behavior. You know what I mean? You have all types of behavior. So you need to behave properly. But we don't. We still act like children in a lot of ways. So yeah, I grew up around gangs, alcohol, and that was my arch nemesis, alcohol. Like, I come from a line of people drinking and partying and kicking it and all of that. So.
And then did that eventually end up sinking in with you? And that was was that a comfort thing for you as far as like the drinking and partying and stuff like that? Or was that just like, did it feel more of like an escape from reality? Or was it just because you thought this was what you were supposed to be doing because it felt good at the moment?
In the midst, alcohol made me, because like if you talk to anybody that I grew up with or that I know, they'll tell you like I'm one of them people you would call a motherfucker. Like I've always had a very foul mouth. You know what I mean? Like, and telling people about themselves and telling them who they are, who they not. But what it was is the person I was, I never looked at. Like, how can you be living the way you like? I was a bad father. I was a bad brother, a bad boy. I never been in my entire life been a good boyfriend. So I'm just now learning. This is the beginning process of me learning how to be a good father, a good brother, a good family member, a good person to other people. Because alcohol, what it does to you is it blinds you.
Right.
When you drinking, you don't understand how you look, and you keep doing it. And people can tell you that you look bad, you don't care. It takes over your mentality, it takes over your way of living, it takes over your thoughts, it takes over. I used to be that guy. My alcohol problem was so bad. I used to be that guy at the store at 5:30 in the morning waiting for them to open the cooler.
And wait a minute, let me stop you right there. How old are you?
I'm 37 now. I just turned 37. And I used to be that guy. I used to be embarrassed going into the store because they over there trying to ring up customers. I'm at the cooler like, hey, it's 5:30. I used to set an alarm to go to the liquor store.
And was this daily or was it like
Daily.
just on the weekend?
Daily. I used to go to work drunk. Everywhere I was drunk. Sometimes nobody knew it because it was my normal.
So you were like what do they call it? Like a functional alcoholic or something like that? Could you?
Both functional and dysfunctional.
Wow.
Yes, indeed.
So what would your parents say about that? Were they like concerned?
Oh yes. My dad used to wake me up in my car. I would wake up in the car running all night. He wake up, Bob, wake up. I wake up, cuss him out. You know, it's just, that was my life. Come home, throw my daughter and my son some McDonald's and run out the door, chasing women. Disrespecting women. That's what I come from. That's who I was. Yes. And you only get comfortable enough to talk about it when you change faith.
Have healed from it. Yep.
Yes. It's people right now doing the same exact thing I was and telling themselves that they're a good person.
And when you think about it, it's like,
yes.
How does that even make sense? How do you even think that you were a good person? And not saying that you were a bad person, but at the same time, like you can't really know that you're not living right because you're not mentally there. Like all that poison has literally taken over you. And it's sad because you literally can watch a person deteriorate from just that liquor alone, that poison.
Yes. I used to wake up throwing up. Like I wouldn't feel better until I had a drink. I used to, and then it was a problem. I used to drink with my baby mama. We used to go to AA meetings drunk. You know what I mean? Like that's how we was living.
Y'all was really trying to get help, or y'all was just like
no, we just do. She had to go. I was just the ride or something.
You was just there. You know okay.
So I tried to go get help one time. It never worked. I like made it through the program and started drinking like the next day or something. It was a continuous cycle.
And about how long do you say that lasts for? About how many years?
The cycle? I started drinking when I was 18. Yep, and then so from 18 to my first baby mama and my first child, that was ruined by alcohol and drugs and nonsense. The second one, I got a little wiser and I learned a little bit of the truth, like in 2012, 2000, because I went through a traumatic event with my cousin dying in 2009. He got shot and killed. And we were real close, and he real close. It was a real traumatic event in the whole city. And after that happened, like everybody that I hung with and stuff kind of like split up. And I went on to some stuff like studying like devil worshiping and like how you should be like all for yourself and all this, which led me to like learning about the Moors and learning about like Dr. Sebi and all that. Then it led me to all of that. So I had a little knowledge and I started changing my life a little bit, and I started eating fruits and stuff and getting my mind right. But then I fell right back off the wagon, and then I hit even harder. So from 2000, like from the time my son was born, 2013 to just now, I mean, just to February
of this year.
Turmoil, complete turmoil. It's parts of my life I don't even remember. Yes. So I come from that. That's why I don't take excuses from individuals. I mean, you can come from like, and then this is the crazy part about men. A lot of men be having it their way. You know what I mean? Like they got it their way, but you not willing to change small little things about your life to keep you here longer and keep your relationships healthier. You don't deserve it then. If you're not willing to change, you don't deserve it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty deep because like you said, like it's almost like the men, they go unnoticed. And I feel like we should start speaking on men a lot more. It's more to just eating habits. It's more than just weight. It's more than just liquor. It's more than just drugs. This is your life. We need y'all here. We need y'all here.
Men need to look in the mirror. Men gotta become men and stop. Because right now you're talking about boys. 85% of the population that look like us, or I don't even scratch that. 85% are boys. And they don't even know it. They chase the wrong things. They worried about the wrong thing. Men are worried about what they look like, what they have, more than they worry about their health. That's number one. They worried about women, number two. And I don't care. And I just know for a fact, married, not married, men are dysfunctional. That's it. They're boys. They think on the level of boys. They have father issues that they want to address. They have mother issues that they want to address. They don't deal with their children in the right capacity. We don't teach them anything. We scared to talk to women. We scared to nurture women. We scared to protect women. We scared of women. That's why they become one.
Why is
because the woman is powerful. Because the man know the more powerful the woman is, the more powerful he has to become. And he don't want to become powerful because being powerful means stop eating meat, stop listening to rap music, stop doing drugs, stop drinking alcohol, start eating fruits. And men don't want to do that.
So do you think if they were to stop doing that, do you think that they will feel more on like a feminine side or something? Or
no, once they start doing it, they will stop being feminine. Stop sitting around mad, not talking to you. Stop coming in the house acting just like you.
So you like, we can't both be the same.
No. So once he starts eating what we eat, then he'll think like I think. I need to become a man. I need to start taking care of my family. I need to get everybody on the same page because the better off everybody is, the easier this is the way through. I don't care. If I got two different baby mamas, I got to deal with two different energies. Well, I better deal with two different energies accordingly and keep everybody happy. You know what? My family and a lot of people don't understand my relationship with my baby mothers because I do for them so much.
Mm-hmm.
They wonder why. Like, they say whatever to you because those are the people I have contracts with called children.
Right.
So we have to discuss manners and do things. So they allow me to spend time alone, which men don't do. Alone time because they're scared of their thoughts. Men don't like to be alone. They'll be with anyone.
No matter who it is.
I
Mm-hmm.
spend all day alone. And I love my baby mothers for allowing me to do that because I'm coming to get the kids. That's why I need this alone time.
So do you consider your alone time, your you time? I call that like me time.
My me. I look at me as like my everything.
Mm-hmm.
I got to put all into me to give some away. I can't be partial and give pieces away because then where I'm at.
Right.
You
Because
know, I
then
got to
you back
become
to
home.
you have ass doing stuff at that point.
Exactly. Indeed.
That is amazing. And
Thank
let me see here. Okay, well, when was the last time you had a cooked meal and what was it?
you. August. It was August. It might have been some lentil pasta, red
Mm-hmm.
basil, tomato lentil pasta. I used to make stir fries and stuff with vegetables, mushrooms. I didn't declare myself a fruitarian until I got on Facebook. Even though I was like 90% fruit juice and all that. So I really don't, the term fruitarian to me means 100% fruit, but I don't want people to get anything misconstrued. You're going to step outside of your committed diet.
Mm.
That's going to happen. I don't care who if somebody tell you that that's not going to happen, they're lying. They're lying. People eat outside of their diet. It's what you eat and what you eat the next day that means the most when you eating outside of your diet. So the most I go outside of my diet currently is in the last 3 weeks, I've had lentil baked snacks, like a chip.
That come in
It's a
that green
lentil
bag.
baked. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I know
I had.
exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Them
yeah,
things are
yeah.
good.
Yes. That's the most I went out in the last 3 weeks. Well, since I got on Facebook.
Okay. And then
Yeah,
I know that you were saying that you had okay, so let me rewind a little bit, you guys. So how I ended up meeting Mr. Bobby here is from a Facebook group. I think it was like the Fruitarian group or whatever.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and I don't really I'm in a lot of groups, but some I really participate in daily and some I kind of stay away from because it's like this not for me, but I can learn stuff from it, but I can't really post the way I want to because it's too many judgmental people, too many people thinking they're perfect. And
Mhm.
it's just I get ideas from it, you know what I'm saying, and take it as that. But you just popped up out of nowhere. And I'm scrolling through my timeline and I'm like, Bobby Smith. So I clicked on your post and I seen like how you had all this beautiful fruit just chopped up. And I'm like, oh, his presentation looks really nice. I never seen him before in the group. Maybe he knew, maybe not. I don't know. So, you know, I
Right.
reacted to it. I probably commented on it because 9 times out of 10, that's what I do if it catches my attention.
Mhm.
And then I seen you the next day. I'm like, all right. And then you posted again. I'm like, damn, like, why do I keep saying Bobby Smith, Bobby Smith, Bobby? Who is this person? So of course I clicked on your profile picture. I'm like, oh, this is someone that looks like me. This is okay. I've never seen nobody else in that group that was our color. I ain't even gonna hold you
Mm,
up. Not that I
mm.
paid attention to.
Right. Right.
Everybody in that group was always outside of our race. So I'm just like, okay, I take what I can get from it, but this is not really for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then so that's anyways, y'all. That's how we ended up coming along with each other or whatever. And then I reached out to him. Hey Jocelyn, I reached out to him and asked him, let's do a live. Let's do a
Yes,
live. And I
ma'am.
wanted to know your background and things like that. And then that's when he proceeded to tell me how much weight he's lost and this and that. And that's what we are about to get into. So you said that your largest, you were how much? How much did you
When
weigh?
I was younger, 320. That was when I was younger. Just currently here, when I started this in February, I was at 268,
Okay.
260.
So 268 as of this year in February. And then
Yeah.
you are weighing how much now?
I'm currently at 153.
So you
153.
done lost 115 pounds.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
From doing what? From doing what? Is what I think that's what
Well,
we all want to know. From doing what?
um, eating, for the most part, eating fruits and vegetables and drinking juice. And if you want to just sum it up, that's what I would say. But it didn't start off that way. It started off me stop drinking. Then I said I was going to go to No Meat March. Me and one of my friends will do No Meat March just to see how it is. Because I have been, like I said, in and out practicing. So nobody did it with me. And I was just,
So you was just by yourself?
I was just doing it by myself. So I was going to work. I'll make sure I make my juice every day. Cause first off, I didn't know what to drink. I was drinking cucumber juice, whatever yaki, whatever yaki tell us to do, I was just doing it.
Right.
And to stop eating meat, believe it or not, I replaced my meat for like the first month with ramen noodles. I know it's terrible.
No.
But I didn't care because I was not eating meat.
Exactly. So you like,
You know
well,
what I
it's
mean?
not the meat,
So,
and that's what I was going for, was to cut the meat out. So I cut the meat out. Okay, makes sense to
cut
me.
the meat out. So what happened was, so a couple months go by, I'm juicing every day. I noticed my clothes are getting a little bigger. So then I go to my baby mama house and she got the digital scale over there and I step on it and I'm like 236 or something like that. I'm like, what? I'm like, hold on, man, I was just 268. So from that day forward is when I took it out because I was so ecstatic. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Right.
I'm 230 something pounds. I'm like, okay. So then April come around. That was like in April. So in May, I told my best friend, I said, nigga, I'm about to get under 200 pounds for the first time in my life. That was the goal, get under 200. So May 1st, I was 229 pounds. At the end of May, I was 199. I went into overdrive. I was drinking juice every day. I wasn't eating meat. Then I tightened up the diet real good. I was eating salads. You know what I mean? I was still eating potato chips and French fries and stuff too, though. But then I would go to the park every day and walk. And then next thing you know, every time I'm walking, I can notice I can jog. Then I start running. So I started counting my steps. Then June, I put it into extra overdrive, started going to the gym and the park and started working even harder. So then I got into an incident with my baby mama, and then that's what told me that I wasn't right yet. We got into an altercation, and it happened in front of my son and everything. So I'm like, I gotta tighten up. So we spent 2 months apart from each other, the whole month of June all the way to August. And in those 2 months, every single day I woke up and did the same thing. Got up, no, I was working third shift. So I would leave work, come home, go to the park, run, come home, make juice, go to sleep, go to work, drink juice all night, and do the same thing every day.
So it
And
became
that incident
a
was the
routine.
motivation. Yeah. And the incident was the motivation because I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I might as well just get all the way right, because you don't want to be doing things like that. And what I don't want people to do is, I don't want to allow myself to let somebody control my emotions. If somebody can still control your emotions, you need to go back to the drawing board. Yeah,
you are absolutely correct.
Yeah. And now I'm in a state where I will never get that heated, never go that high, and I never get too low. So it's a perfect balance every day, working on yourself, at war with yourself, not tempting yourself, staying away from certain females. Even if a lot of females start to like your conversation, they like the way you look, they're drawn to your energy. I'm always smiling. I'm a good person now. But I look at females so much differently than when I was fat and unhealthy.
Yep.
I used to want every female when I was fat and unhealthy. Now I don't even desire that. I don't desire that at all. I want to teach females that they can be stronger than what they appear to be.
By doing
And you
what
don't have to deal
exactly?
with nonsense. Well, you have to know that you don't have to deal with nonsense. Like, whatever you created on this earth is what you created. That's going to be here. You don't have to deal with something to deal with that. A lot of people say, I have to deal with this situation I'm in. This is where I live at. Or I have to deal with this man. He take care of me. Or I have to deal with this person. They don't got nowhere to go on the opposite end. You know what I mean? Because that's not your problem. That's a man. You're a woman. He's supposed to be there to uplift you. And if he's not doing that, you deserve better. Actually, you don't deserve better. He needs to serve a better purpose. He's deserving right now. He's deserving you. He's not doing you any service. He's not making you happy and trying to build and get healthy, because that's the ultimate goal for everybody, to make everybody stronger.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree. Now, okay, you told me what your last cooked meal was. So all together, how long have you been on this journey? All together, no matter if you stopped, you started again, you stopped again, whatever. How long has it been?
I've been on this journey since 2011. 2011, I would say. That long. That's when I first ran into any sense of who we really are and all of that. So, yes.
And so here we are now, 2022, and February is when you, or what would you say is when you really decided, like, I'm straight, I'm good, I'm on the right path?
When I got back on Facebook, because the plan started on my birthday last year. Really, I was manipulating my way to stop being away from people because I was still drinking. I didn't stop drinking till February. So from my birthday in October of last year till February, I was still drinking and stuff, but I was off of social media. That was my first sign to myself that I could do something with my life. And like, no matter how small or insignificant you think something is, it's not, because you have to really think of the reality of us. We don't know how to do. A lot of people don't even know how to sit down and have a feeling. Like, it's that literal. They don't know how to take a feeling. That's why they react in anger.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you have to really practice every single thing that's around. Like, I sit down and let me tell you this too. Where is it at? I suggest every single man do this. Get you a journal, right? This is what you need to do. Every single man, this is how a boy can start to learn the process of becoming a man and start processing the things around you in a different perspective. Because a perspective is an angle. That's what an angle is, a perspective if you write it down. So you need to change your angle on life. That's what they have angels for. Those are your guardians. But that's nothing but your perception, how you view what's around you. But if you viewing things that's further than around you, you can't see this. And that's the issue. Because men want what they see on the screen. Turn the screen off. Get out your phone. Read a book. Start accelerating your thoughts and let them go somewhere and imagine. Become a boy. Become a real boy if you're going to be a boy, so you can start becoming a man. So get you a journal and write down as much as you can. You don't have to write in it every day. I don't write in this every day. But if I see it sitting there and I ain't wrote in it, I just write down my thoughts. And it's very beneficial to start seeing what you're thinking. Very. So you can see how crazy your life really is.
Now, sometimes do you ever go back and read what you wrote and things like that, like just to reminisce?
I haven't in a while. I haven't in a while, but I will. I'll read it to someone else. I'll read it because it's my life. It's what I go through. I don't have nothing to hide. When you don't have nothing to hide and you don't lie to yourself, you don't do that to other people.
Mm-hmm. And you
Yeah.
willing to share with everybody because you like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm not that person anymore. I'm becoming a better person. But it's tough. It's tough. Nobody wants to work hard to be great. We working hard to look great. Or we
Mm-hmm.
working hard, but don't you want to feel better? You know what I
And
mean?
feeling
Like,
better as far as what, like just
okay,
overall, mentally, physically,
let me tell you this.
emotionally.
All of the above.
Mm-hmm.
I called my daughter last night and I told her she was playing a video game. And I
Mm-hmm.
told her, you can call your old dad sometimes for more than, financial reasons.
Okay.
And she like, I know, Dad, I know. But I told her, like, you have to realize that you have a father who sees the world more or in a different perspective than anybody you know. I'm not your mom. I'm not your granny who put their faith and their praise into other things. I don't do that. The only person I praise is myself. I don't praise nothing else. There's no reason to. There's no reason to. I don't get praise for no one putting me through the journey. I decided this.
Okay.
Nobody else told me to do this. Nobody was making me go to the park every day. Matter of fact, sometimes I didn't want to. I was at war with myself. And every day you at war with yourself. That's what work is. Because you don't want to do it. But you got to do some work to get better, to deal with these thoughts. So yes, it's going to change you. The food is going to change you. Just try it. Like if you start simple, get up and make your bed up the same every day for a week. And then get yourself a pat on the back. And then say, all right, now I'm gonna make my bed up every week, every day, and get in the mirror and say I love you to myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know how far that will go? How many times do you wake up in the mirror and say I love myself? Or do you wake up and say, oh, gotta go to work. I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing it. You got to get up and do something.
Right.
So that's how I approach it. I
No,
forgot your
yeah.
question. I'm so sorry. I'll be rambling.
No. I already know because it's like once you get in your zone, you like, yeah. And I'm
Miss
happy
Cucumber will
about
do
that.
that.
I'm so mad because listen, Saturdays is grocery shopping day. So my husband literally just got back a little while ago with fresh groceries and stuff, but I already then made my juice earlier today, so I'm stuck with smoothie. But you team smoothie.
Oh yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
team juice. So it's like
Definitely.
but I deal with a smoothie before I drink some water. Yeah,
Well,
it's
I
like
drink at least 64 ounces of juice per day, at least.
for me, I gotta drink at least 32 ounces. That'd be good for me. And then the rest is just all my fruits and stuff like that. And then I might have
Mm.
a smoothie or something like that in between or whatever. But for the most part, yeah, I definitely have to get at least my 32 ounces of juice.
Mm.
So
Very
yeah.
beneficial.
Mm-hmm. And I have to have that when I wake up. I gotta
Mm.
have that when I wake up. It's like that's mandatory for me to have it. And it's like if I don't have it at least before noon, and that's late because I'm up way
Right.
before noon. I'm up before the sun is up. So noon is like the end of the day, damn near to me. It's like, damn, it's almost 12 o'clock right now. You ain't had no juice
Right.
yet. I get the feeling
Right.
like I'm shaking, my mood is off, like the energy
Mm-hmm.
is off. I don't like it. So I avoid making that happen. It's like, nope, that's a mistake. Mm-mm.
I
Okay,
can I can't
so
I can't honestly say I know how that feel. I've never went without juice since I've been starting this.
see,
Never.
yeah, like the longest I went without juice is at least like a day or so like that. Like it might be on a Friday or something, like the day before grocery shopping day or whatever, and I absolutely don't have nothing to juice. But even
Mm.
then I'll still make sure I got like my husband, he makes sure I got like fruits and stuff like that to be able to like make smoothies and stuff. So I keep
Right.
frozen fruit and stuff. But it's not the same as that juice because that juice give you that instant
Nice.
it give you that instant boost and it make you feel like you need to go run a marathon or something. Especially you get some
Definitely.
pineapple juice going in you, it's like you
And I
you
want
literally
everybody
can't
to
sit
know
down.
too. I want everybody to know too, what I'm doing is a little excessive with the juice. Like you're drinking 32 ounces. That's I think that's the equivalent to like a gallon of H2O. So you don't need, because once you get your cells hydrated, you're gonna need less drink. I only drink so much because I supplement the juice for a lot of my actual eating. You know what I mean? Because at work, I don't sit down and eat. Because if it's not a smoothie, I really don't kind of want it. So I drink a lot of juice and it kind of fills that void.
Right. Now, when you drinking all your juices and things like that, does it fill you up? Do you get full off of it?
Not necessarily full, but it's like a taming of my hunger in a sense. Yeah, and it's done intentionally. So I take 64 ounces of juice because I know I'm not going to eat until I get home. So that's like an 8 to 10 hour stretch without eating. But I'm juicing. I juice every single day.
And
I juice more than I eat.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. And it's like, I want to gain weight, but it's like, oh my goodness, I can't really eat as much as I used to eat because my stomach, it just won't allow me. And furthermore, I don't want to feel tired and fatigued and moving in slow motion and things like that. I love the way the juice makes me feel. I love the way the fruits make me feel. And it's just like, I'm sorry, but I did start adding like the nut butters and things like that, fats and stuff back into my diet, because at one point in time, like I had cut all of that out. I was not eating no fats at all. So I at least did that, you know. So we'll see how that goes.
I'll be switching some things up around the first of the year, especially when citrus season come back. I'm waiting on that for all of those things to get a lot cheaper in my area.
Oh yeah.
Well, you in the area too, so you know.
Right. So yeah, that's absolutely amazing. Now let's see. Okay. Now I know that you basically told me what was your why. You wanted to become a better person, a better human being, a better father overall. You wanted to be a nicer person. You wanted to take control of your life. Have you endured any type of like medical issues, any type of health issues or anything like that?
You mean after starting the diet?
Before starting the diet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had high blood pressure. I used to get a lot of cysts and abscess and everything. Like you gotta realize, think about being the unhealthy as I was with the alcohol problem, the poor eating habits, the dysfunctional relationships, and just the bad environments to be in at all. I was suffering from ED, insecurities about everything. Like women, when you in that manner, you not healthy. It's hard to maintain anything. So you would notice that men who are unhealthy tend to go from women to women. Jumping from woman to woman, and let me hold on, let me stop real quick. I'm not trying to bash men either.
Right.
But
because that's not
we're
what this is
talking about
about.
men's health. Men's health starts with their actions. So men give you indicators of how unhealthy they are. And they don't realize that, pumping all this semen out, being in this woman, and this woman is bad for you. It's bad for your aura. It's bad for your thoughts. It's bad for your kids. It's just bad. But
And
most
then
men
nine
don't get.
times out of 10, it's not even what they pumping out, not even healthy. So you letting out some unhealthy, unbalanced
bastards.
you letting out don't do that.
Yes, and I know because my children are unhealthy, and so yeah, I was very unhealthy. I had a lot of health issues, mental issues though, that never were confronted. Never. I never sat down and told nobody, oh man, my girl hate me, or I'm a bad person. You never think like that. You just know that you feel bad and you need to feel better.
Right.
So you do anything to feel better. You know what I mean? Even if that's boasting yourself up, knowing you ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to tell people all the time, ain't shit attract ain't
Ain't
shit.
shit. Yeah.
So if you ain't shit and your woman know you ain't shit, right? Your woman know you ain't shit. She ain't shit either.
Yeah.
Yep. Ain't shit attract ain't shit. You
Yeah.
attract what you are. So I
You
was
ain't lying about
mentally.
that. Now, I know that you mentioned that your kids are unhealthy as well too. Are they still unhealthy, or are you getting them on the right path, or how is that going?
Okay. I just decided this birthday that I do not no longer participate in the buying of unhealthy meals for my children. So they don't spend a lot of time over here currently,
Mm-hmm.
but when they do, I'll have things prepared for them that I think I'm not going to put them on my diet. I think it's too restrictive for them. But we're going to lean them off of meat by getting them leaner meat. Giving them now, what I did implement is all fruit juice and water over here. And my son lost 11 pounds over the summer with that. And and then I implemented, you have to have fruit first thing in the morning.
Yep.
And then you can eat whatever you want after that. At least
Yep.
do that. So,
Mm-hmm.
but at the time, I can't really control their diet how I want to. So I have to give it more time because they're with their parent, their mom most of the time. So they got to eat what they eat. You know what I mean? It just is what it is.
Now,
So
does their mother agree with what you got going on? Like, does she support it, or does she think like, oh hell no, you crazy, or how does she feel about it?
they're support. I got two of them. I got two baby moms.
Mm-hmm.
They're both supportive in a sense. You know what I mean? But they know me. You know what I mean? They know how I've been and what I've been, trying to do and what I'm willing to do for myself. So I can't, and I tell them all the time, the health, you should never be upset with me doing this. Like I'm a totally different person now. I respect y'all so much more because I can actually see y'all now. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I can see what's going on here. You know what I mean? So and then it's an adaptation for everyone. They have to get used to me because my expectations have been high. Even when they should have been low. They were high.
Mm.
So now I can't take your shortcomings as like an excuse. You know what I mean? I come from too much. You know what I mean? Like it's just excuses. It's not going to get us anywhere. So we have to. It's a process.
Right. So
It's
that's
still
good that
early. It's not even
they're
a month.
actually supportive overall. Because some people, you hear what you got going on, and they'll try to call you a quack. They'll try to call you unstable. You not mentally there. I don't think you can mentally you take care of the kids. I don't trust you, and this and that. So that's actually really good that you have that extra support, whether they want to admit it or not. Because once again, you're leading by example. So sooner or later, hopefully, they like, well, let me try it.
Mm-hmm.
What details can you give me about this, or what can I do for this, or just give me some recipes, or can you make me some juice?
I pressure them. My one of my baby moms is actually bought me a juicer.
Mm.
Back when I first started doing this, we were juicing. If I still have my old Facebook page and stuff, we were juicing back in 2012.
Mm.
And we were probably doing it a little like the wrong way, but the attempts were there.
Right.
And she's kind of knowledgeable of what's going on, and they kind of both are, but like it's a process. Everybody got to get used to it. And this happened for us kind of fast. Like my transition is moving at warp speed, but that's because of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so sure of myself. I told my best friend the other day, I said, like, nigga, I feel like I split myself in half, stepped back, looked at myself, and took the better half. It's a go now. It's only up from here. It ain't even 8 months in yet. Like, what? Do you know where we can go with this? This is fascinating. This is outstanding. This is remarkable.
I'm just still blown away at the fact that you literally lost all this. This is the smallest you have ever been your entire life. And you have accomplished all of this from fruits and vegetables and just daily exercise, and not even no hardcore exercise at that. You didn't do no surgery. You didn't do no pills. You didn't do no herbs. You didn't do none of that. And it's like the power of fruits and vegetables and juicing and or just fruits and vegetables just alone.
The power of fruits and vegetables to aid the mind.
Doing what it's supposed to do.
It's an addition. But you have to be here first. You have to know that that's going to do that for you.
And I say it all the time. You got to train your mind and your body will follow. And you got to believe that in order to achieve it, first and foremost. Like, you can sit here all day long and say, oh, I'm going to set this goal and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But if you don't sit there and train your mind and have that process in your mind and have that thought in your mind 24/7, you got to literally think, eat, breathe it, feel it all. You got to learn that's you. That's what you want to become. And you got to actually, like you said, you got to put in the work, because ain't nothing about to just sit here and be handed to you and think you're going to be like, well, why this person do it? And it only took them 3 months, or how come they make it look so easy and this and that. Motherfucker, it's not easy. It's just we putting in the work because we choose to do it.
Exactly.
So it all comes down to how bad do you really want it? You can sit here all day long and say, I need to, or I want to, I have to get off this medicine. Well, when are you going to stop eating what's causing you to stay on the medication, first and foremost? Because now we know that if the medication was actually truly going to heal you, why do you have to constantly keep getting it refilled, no matter what type of medication it is? No matter what it's for, why do you have to keep on getting it refilled?
I told my daughter last night, because she was here when I poured my drink out and stopped drinking for the last time. And she was like, I said, Ramaya, I said, how did I stop drinking? She said, you stopped drinking. I said, it's as simple as that. It really is as simple as stop drinking.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. You have to stop drinking in order to do it.
Yep.
So we make things so complicated. Why you got to go get help? You got to help yourself.
Because at the end of the day, it's up to you.
Some people don't need it. Some people may need help. Some people may need assistance, however you need it. But I'm telling you, your mind is powerful enough that you do not have to do that.
But once again, you have to train your mind. That's the only way that body is going to follow. And you got to make sure as well, too, no matter if you just seclude yourself and you shut off the outside world and what's going on, all the distraction and things like that, just to focus on you and learn who you are as a human being and things like that, it'll all come together. Sometimes it happens that way. Sometimes, like you said, people need that extra help, and don't reach out to the wrong type of help. You don't want somebody to sit there and tear you down, because once again, words do hurt. And then you like, well, damn, I thought that this person was going to be on my side. And if you don't get the reaction that you want, if you don't hear what you want or anything like that, that's boom, another tear down. Boom, that's another slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to make sure that you surround yourself with like-minded people, or at least a like-minded person, because you get a lot more accomplished like that, because you like, damn, today a fucked up day, and I know it's only one person that could possibly understand what I'm going through right now, or what I'm feeling, or whatever, how frustrated I am because I want a honey bun, or because that was my thing. I loved honey buns. I loved scrambled eggs. I loved all that. I loved my sodas and things like that. And I would be like, I need it. Like, I need it. And at the same time, it's like, damn, I got this whole MS going on and this and that and all these different symptoms and stuff. What if I sit there and I eat this piece of honey bun and it triggers something, it hits one of them cells, and then this happens and this happens and that happens. Well, I didn't have nobody to sit there and explain this shit to, like, because you don't know, because you're not trying the healthy approach. You know what I'm saying? You like, you sure you gonna stop the meds? You sure that's what you want to do? You sure that that's what's best for you? Yeah, I'm positive. So certain things you cannot share with people. Don't share your every move with people, no matter if you think it's big, if you think it's small, whatever. Don't share your every move with other individuals because they will try to tear it down. Some way,
Definitely.
somehow, they'll try to tear it down. I don't care if you sit here and you be like, damn, I had a dream that I hit the lottery. And you tell it to the wrong person that you had a dream that you hit the lottery, they gonna sit there and they gonna be like,
you ain't hitting the lottery.
you ain't hitting the lottery. And then now in your mind, you probably like, damn, am I not really gonna hit the lottery or whatever? You know what I'm saying? It's just the whole point of me saying that is to watch and be careful who and what you tell your moves to, because everybody don't need to know certain things, or don't tell it all. You can tell bits and pieces, tell what you want to tell, but you don't have to sit here and tell every single thing, because somebody will try to tear that thing down. Like, do you ever get any type of like negativity or anything like that, or anybody saying that you done lost too much weight, you done got too small, you need to stop, don't lose no more weight? You get that? Do you get it often?
Oh yeah. I don't get it often, but the thing about it is, like, people know, like, the people, I only surround myself with people that I know. So if I see someone who I haven't seen in a while or something, maybe they'll say it. But for the most part, I'm putting pressure on the people around me. Like, they getting tired of me talking about my new life, and me talking about what I'm eating and what they should be eating. But like I told my friend, I said, if you really want to change, one day you're going to change.
Right. You're going to get sick of your shit.
Yes, you are. But that problem is, you don't know. People always say, where do I start at? Where do I start? So you asked me, I started back in 2000, 10, 11, I said. So think about how long that is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have to, now, I just got the discipline. That's the key thing, the discipline.
Yep.
So the thing is, though, you have to build discipline. Like I tell people, I told my little sister, I said, wake up at the same time every day for a week.
Faithfully.
Just say I'm gonna wake up at 7, even if you ain't got to get up till 10, say 7, just to say that I did that for a week, and that will build confidence. Like, oh, I did get up every day for a week. Now add something to it. Get up, like I said, go to the mirror, say I love you. Add something to that after a week. So now look at you. In 2 weeks, you getting up, making up your bed, going to the mirror, saying I love you every day. You don't think that's going to transition into something else?
Yep.
Now you're going to want to get up and make something healthy for yourself. You might as well, you getting up.
Yep.
You got time now.
Yep.
You got time. You got to start. Your day need to start before you got to go to work.
Way before you got to go to work, because at some point you're gonna start to feel like all I do is work and pay bills.
Yeah, that's because that's all you want to do.
And it's like, dude, it's 24 hours in a day. You have to make sure that you plan accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like I just started back going to work and things like that, and I work from home, and I don't have to clock in until 9 o'clock. But I make sure that I'm up between 5:30, 6 a.m. I'm up no later than 6:30, because I know I have to juice. I started back working out with my husband. So we work out by 7:30. I'm in the basement. We doing what we got to do. By 8:30, boom, I get up. I get my son up, get him started and things like that. So I had that extra 30 minutes of just buying time with him. And then, boom, I clock in and work.
Think about that. Think about that 3-hour stretch of production. Because you decided to get up early. So if you got to get up and run to work, get up, put your stuff on, go to work, and then go get harassed by your boss or your supervisor, whatever you call them. You know what that does to your mentality every day? That's why nothing in your life goes right. And I know this for a fact. That used to be me.
Yep.
Now, when I get up in the morning, or I don't even like to say the morning, but when I get up in the AM,
right,
you know, the first thing I do when I open my eyes is say, man, I love my life. And I mean that shit. I love the things I'm doing for myself. Can't nobody tell me, do you think a fat, unhealthy man can tell me something about myself. Think about that. What can
Right.
what can and then but the only thing I'm a humble guy. The fat, unhealthy man is I want him to know he can feel like I feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's power in food. It's power, like Yaki said, it expands your consciousness.
It does.
It's feeding the good microbiota in your body, which is coming out to make you your aura. People are attracted to positivity.
Oh yeah. Some people attracted to it and some people can't stand it. I didn't got told before I got way too much energy. It's way too early. And it's like, how you gonna sit here and tell a person they got way too much energy?
Those are what you call, I like to call yellow flag people. Because it's not red flags, because most people are negative in a sense. Because they wear it. They wake up angry. I used to tell my daughter, it's 6:30 in the morning. How the hell you already mad? What the hell happened during your sleep? So we got to start thinking this. It start in the mind. Train. Don't come to me if talking about you about to eat all fruits. If you can't get up every day at the same time, it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna happen.
And then you're gonna be like, the fruit's not working. No, it ain't the fruits.
No,
it's not the fruits. It's you not working. And that's awesome, because you letting people know that you have to do this. You got to do it.
Ain't no excuses. It's tough it's tough losing 115 pounds in 8 months. Very tough. You think people think you're gonna sit back and sip juice on your couch and lose weight? No, you're not. No. It's tough. It's tough being a good father. It's tough being a great husband, a pillar in the community. With great responsibility comes great work.
Yeah.
It's tough being people don't do the right things because it's too hard for them.
Yep. And I say that all the time as well too. If it was so easy, everybody would be doing it.
Well, but it is. What we were doing is hard. Trying to live like rappers, wearing chains and gold teeth and tennis shoes that cost $150 and all this nonsense. Nonsense. You need to turn that off. That's a commercial. You can turn that off and live in reality. I tell people all the time, I didn't get back on Facebook until I started living in reality, because I wasn't about to live a dual reality. You on Facebook projecting this life, but sitting next to the nigga nobody know you sitting next to, but you talking about you unhappy, you this, you this, you this. The men sitting on there crying, talking about they unhappy, they miserable, they depressed, depressurized then. You got too much pressure on you because you putting it on yourself trying to be something you ain't got no goddamn business trying to be. Start being a good little boy, then you can be a good boy, then you can be a good man.
So you're saying it's basically levels to it.
It's levels to it. Some men need to be yelled at. Some men need to be yelled at. You ain't doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing. As a father, as a boyfriend, as a worker, as a human being. Get your ass up. That's what I had to do. I had to get my ass up and go work out and start eating right. Ain't no excuses. Now I feel like a better man. Simple as that. It's simple. But you make it complicated because you don't want to do the work.
Right.
Oh, man. All that fruit expensive, man. All that fruit, how you eating all that fruit? Oh, you gonna go to the bathroom? What? At least I go to the bathroom.
And then you should want to go to the bathroom. You don't want to have all that built up in you and all that sitting in your gut, and you not digesting stuff properly. And oh, my back hurt. I wonder why your back hurt.
Let me tell men this. Men, stop smoking, stop drinking, stop listening to rap music, stop chasing women, listen to your woman, go to work, and be a good person. If you start doing the basic things that we're not doing, you're not a good father because you make a lot of money. You're not. I don't make a lot of money. I don't make no money for real. Matter of fact, I'm about to quit because I ain't making enough money for me. But I got a $35 blender. I got a $100 juicer, and I did juice 70 seeded watermelons over the summer. There's no excuses, man. You don't have to have a NAMA or this and this and this and this and this and this. Get up. Get up. I don't care if you got to smash the fruit in the cup with a hammer. I'm going to do it because I got to drink. So I don't listen to excuses no more. And I think that's the biggest gain I got out of my life. I don't accept excuses and I don't make them. I am who I am, and that's all that I am. I'm not going to live beyond it or below it. That's it. Who you expect me to be? Who I am. And most of us not who we supposed to be. That's what you're trying to be something else.
Yep. Or you might feel like if you not being yourself, you won't be accepted, or people won't like you, or they don't want to be around you and things like that. Like, I've lost so many people along this journey, but gained so many more people that I know for a fact has come into my life for a reason. I don't care if it's only for a season. I don't care if it's only for a week. I don't care. You came into my life for a reason. And that's just what it is. And the people that then left, you was in my life for a reason as well too, but you weren't meant for me. And the people that are meant for me, they gonna stay around. The people that ain't for me, meant for me, they going about their business. And it's okay. No love lost. I wish you nothing but the best. And drink your juice, eat your fruits, make your smoothies, do whatever it is you gotta do. But make sure that you are living a wholesome life to the best of your ability. Like, if you don't remember nothing else that Tiffany has told you, just remember me by that motherfucker Tiffany. Always this, always that, always you can't eat this until you eat this first. Wait 30 minutes at least until you eat something else, and da-da-da-da. When I leave, I need to be remembered by something.
Yes.
That I did something and I made some type of change. And that's I feel like I'm doing that. Yes. And it might not feel like that to anybody else, and probably a lot of people get sick of me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Because, goddamn it, it's going to get across to somebody.
Well, you know what? The thing about it is, my personal perspective on that is, I'm not a healer. I'm not a teacher. I'm Bobby Smith. I don't even like that name. But that's who I am. I don't care if you change. If you don't change, then you don't change. Right. That's you. But when you change, like, I got rid of a lot of people on purpose. And then a lot of people don't realize I was the bad influence most of the time. I was leading niggas astray and telling people the wrong information, and I was eating unhealthy. Telling people you should eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? I was that guy. I was fat, telling people, oh, you know that you ain't supposed to be doing that. I'm a bad father because I had custody of my daughter when her mama got into some trouble and stuff. And let me tell you, me and her mom both come from, like, terrible back. Like, her mom was on drugs. I was an alcoholic. Okay. And right now, our daughter's in high school. She's in a band. The relationship is real strong and healthy. And that got to do with the man. You know what I mean? Because men are surrounded by a lot of what we call fuck niggas. You know what I mean? Because you don't tell them the truth. I tell my friend the truth. I don't care how he feel. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you don't respect it, well, I don't care. I don't care about losing a friend. I got what I want. I got my kids in order. I'm responsible for me and my 2 children. Right. That's it. If you want to join that and build on that, let's do it. But if not, I don't need you around me. Do what you do. Keep being around the boys while your woman around trying to find the man, or vice versa. Because a lot of women got it misconstrued too. How you want the whole world, but ain't got nothing to bring to the table. Right. You demanding a nigga be everything you want, but you ain't shit. Vice versa. We gotta grow the fuck up, man. We gotta grow up. You can't sugarcoat it. We can't sugarcoat it. We the dumbest people on the planet. Been that way for a long time. We got people you need to be listening to that you ain't listening to. That you judging because look what he eating, look what he.
I couldn't do that. Yeah, that'd be the first damn thing they say. I couldn't do that. Oh hell no! Like,
I don't listen to that. I don't listen to women who talking about what they want, what you eating. Right. What you eating?
Because whatever you take into your body, it has to come out one way or another, and it's like.
And I don't want them thoughts around me. You are what you eat. You are what you think you are. It's food for thought. These are things. These aren't concepts just out of the fucking air. This mean things. You are what you eat. That's why women act like animals. That's why men act like animals. We behave like animals. We construct ourselves and deal with emotional problems like children. We are children. That's it. That's why I yell at men, because they children. Come here, boy. Sit down and eat this fruit.
Sit down and eat this fruit. Somebody said, do you believe in God?
I believe in the Most High. I believe that there's a higher energy that wants us to show them who they are. Yes. Okay. That's my concept of God. Yes.
Okay. So I hope that answered your question. And then what is your goal overall? Overall, what is your goal?
To fly up out of to get the light on me and get up off of Earth and transition into the next galaxy and see the stars beyond us. And
listen, I tell my husband all the time, like, if I could be anything, I would be a bird. So I could just, I just want to go. Like, oh my goodness. I just want to
fly to the moon, there and back. Like, you never know what you in store for, you know, but you so scared to take that step into being different and start learning who you are. I didn't even know I used to like going on walks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know I like reading books.
Yep.
Like I said, I didn't know I like sitting at the house alone. People call me and, what you doing? Oh, I don't feel like being bothered. Not because I dislike you or nothing. I just like this alone time. I'm enjoying this.
And like you said, you once you learn to actually know who you are as a person and learn to love yourself, you change. Everything changes. And it's like, it's certain energies that you don't want to be around. And it's nothing personal against you or what you got going on. It's just something is telling me that I don't want to be around that right now. Like, I'd much rather go sit on a porch and sit in some sun or stand in some grass for a little while, or sit under a tree or hug a tree or whatever, or go for a walk or something. It's simple things like that that makes a huge impact on us, and we don't take that serious. We take it for granted. I say it like that. We take it for granted until we no longer have the ability to walk. And they always say, like, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I do believe in that. No matter if you've been diagnosed with something or not, like, this is a way of life. You're supposed to be moving and walking and getting fresh oxygen and being in tune with nature and things that you're supposed to be doing stuff like that.
Let me tell you this. I told my best friend, I said, I probably got more oxygen this year than I have in my entire life. Just from running at the park, being under the trees with the deer. Like, I think what happens is you don't understand how important a simple walk and thinking to yourself and vibing to yourself and feeling yourself and thinking is. Because you know why? Because first of all, niggas don't like to walk nowhere.
Right.
And think about this. When they do walk, ain't they in a hurry? They not looking at nothing around them. They trying to get to a destination. You missing the beauty of what's around you, trying to go somewhere you ain't got no need to be going. Take a second and look around you and enjoy this shit. You will benefit from breathing the air and getting some sun and walking and drinking a juice with some headphones on, listening to some jazz music, percussion instruments, and things that stimulate your brain and how you feeling like you with the birds. And like, this is amazing.
It's a natural high. It's a natural high.
I can't believe that I've been on this earth this long and just realized I like taking a simple walk. We got a long place. We got a far road ahead of us. We got a long, like, people say, what do you do every day? Okay, I'll tell you what I do. I get up every day at the same time and I make my juice. I juice, then I make a smoothie, but it takes me about an hour and a half to prepare everything I need for the day. Once I do that, I'm not eating nothing or nothing sometimes till I get home. Now, I tell you what I do, right? That don't mean you gonna do that. That
Right.
don't mean you should do that. Like I heard you tell, what's her name, Jocelyn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard you tell her earlier that everybody got a different road to success.
Right.
You have to, like I said, the number one thing I can say to somebody is start as small as you can, especially if you know you got a long road. You know you 350 pounds and you in bad relationships and your mental health ain't right. You have to start small. Where you going? Where else you gonna start?
Right.
Start telling people no. Start going to your boyfriend and ask him a question. A simple question. How you feel about me? See what he say. Listen to him. Cause he's not lying. Cause most of the time he don't know what to say. Girl, you tripping. Men are very minimal in what they say. They're not gonna tell you how they feel because they don't know.
Mm.
They don't know what to do with these thoughts. That's why they got issues from long ago because they don't know what to do with the thoughts. They still there. That's why the boy's still a boy. That's why I can tell everybody the same thing. The man that you think he is, he's not. And we know this now because of what we eating. And the universe is telling us what a man is. A man is somebody who stand on something, who don't take no bullshit, who got room to grow, who admit his faults, who listen to people, who care about people, who love people, who care about his sister and his brother, who want his little brother to get to work, his mama to not be working hard. That's what a man is. A man, not nobody out here just because he got a big house and a nice car. Oh, look at that man. No, look at that man or that boy with them toys. Because that's what he care about. Start caring about people. People, the most important thing on the earth. I don't deal with people who don't like people. Get away
Mm.
from me. Why you don't
Yeah, I
like
call
people?
those people the mean people. Like, why are you so mean? Why are you so upset?
No,
Why is
no,
your,
no, no.
but
Why
I
are you
used to be
so?
like that.
Think about this. Nice guys finish last. You ever heard that phrase?
Mm-hmm.
You know why that is? Do you know the etymology of the word nice?
Mm-mm.
If you can look it up. I got the 1969 dictionary over here, Random House College Dictionary. The older the dictionary, the better. You got the truth in there. The
Mm.
word nice means stupid or foolish. Stupid or foolish. Have a nice day. You hear that all the time. Then nice guys finish last will put it in perspective for you though. It ain't because you nice and you gentle.
Mm.
It's because you getting stepped on. That's why I'm a mean person because I mean what the fuck I say.
Mm.
And when you get to that point and that level of thinking, then you know you going somewhere because you don't take no shit. You ain't white. Who gonna stop you?
Right.
Yeah. So it's a process. Trust yourself. Start small, real small. Because no matter how small you think it is, success is success.
At the end of the day.
And yours is different than mine. I could have stopped drinking and kept eating meat, and that would have been successful.
Right.
Yeah. So success is how you measure it and what you think or deem success is. My success is where I'm at right now. I'm successfully about to start a new journey.
And make
Yeah,
sure as well too that you don't let nobody tell you differently. Don't let nobody tell you that that ain't nothing. Or you, okay, you only did that. That's why I said be careful of what you tell people.
definitely, definitely,
They don't
definitely.
need to know everything. You getting ready to start this new journey or whatever. Like, I remember when I used to work at like factories and things like that. And I was on my weight loss journey. I would get teased for bringing a salad to work for lunch, and
I
everybody else
remember
is in
you
the
telling me
break
that.
room eating pizza and stuff like that. And it's just like, how are you sitting here making fun of somebody that's eating a damn? It's a fucking salad. Like, what is wrong with a salad? What's so wrong about a salad?
That's a damn good question.
What is so wrong about a salad?
I guess the only thing could be wrong with a salad is what you add to it.
But here's the thing: it wasn't even no super healthy salad. It was like a tuna salad or something. I was still getting made fun of, and I'm just like, what's wrong with this? Like, I'm trying to lose weight, and you motherfuckers know I'm trying to lose weight. They didn't sit here and held pizza in front of my face and tease me and this and that. And it's just like, why are y'all doing this? I don't
Right, right.
understand. And now to this day, like literally, I can look back because some of them are still friends with me on my Facebook page, and I can literally see where they're at lifestyle wise, health wise, and things like that. And it's just like you either in the same situation that you were years ago, or you're in a worse situation.
So people say, like I heard you say before, you don't like judgmental people.
Mm-hmm.
And I use judgmental in a literal sense by saying you're supposed to judge the mentality of the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm constantly doing. So I keep few people around me because I don't have time to be judging everybody. I'm not out here for that. I'm not even here to help people. In a sense, I'm helping myself, and if that helps you, then I hope so. But I'm not going to take on the responsibility of being a healer because I'm not qualified for that. I don't know nothing. All I know is I stopped doing this and started doing this.
Right.
But along my way, I will share my thoughts and opinions. And I hope that people understand that changing your diet is the least of your worries when you're living in chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Clean up your space around you. I don't care if your house is junky, clean it up. You'll feel better. It's easier to breathe and think when it's more space. So clean the space up around you, clean up, get off all the social media sites. Start saying, hey, I'm going to have, like you said, like I told you, I'm going to do every week, take 24 hours off of the social media site.
Right.
Just to, because you got to realize you're taking on a lot of thoughts and your brain has to process that. And you can't process your own thoughts if there's so many other thoughts in your head. So start small and don't ever stop. And it's going to grow.
Keep going. Yep. Keep going and keep going. And before you know it, you like, damn, I started that a year ago. Here it is a year later. And I remember doing this first. And I remember doing, and then now you can pass your information along to somebody else because we all got to start somewhere. And you never know who has a similar situation to you or just want to do better as a man, as a woman, whatever, a child, it does not matter. At the end of the day, like we all need some type of guidance, some type of fallback. Let me follow this person because I seen where they started, or let me reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You can just take bits and pieces from it and, you know what I'm saying, gas from that and learn from it and grow. And it's going to help you and you can help somebody else. And I get it. Like everybody don't want to help people and stuff like that, but it's in my heart to help people. I love to help people who wants to be helped. That's another thing that I'm learning as well too. That it's a lot of times that people will inbox me and things like that. And they'll say like, oh, okay, well, I want to do this, or I want to start this, or I need to do this, or I'm going through this, or whatever the case may be. And I will sit here and I will put out this super long paragraph. I don't really do it as much no more because it was starting to become draining, because now I know who bullshit and I know who's serious about it. I done sat here and did people's personal meal plans for them because they wanted to simply lose weight. Oh yeah. They wanted to lose weight. But then I sit here and I give you this meal plan for free. Take my time out of my day that I did not have to do. I don't care if it only took me 20 or 30 minutes. That's still 20 or 30 minutes I'm not going to get back. You know what I'm saying? And then for me to see you turn around the next goddamn day and you posting your bottle of liquor or your fat ass salmon salad or whatever. And it's just like.
And that's another thing. So no, I don't help people who drinking alcohol. Like your life not gonna change if you drink alcohol. I mean, you can go have a drink every so often. What you drinking for? Ask yourself that. What are you drinking for? Because when you living high, you don't need drinks because you feel high. You know, and drinking bring you down. Mm-hmm. But that's why I say it's not about health as much, physical health as it is mental. It's just your mental health and then your physical can turn. But you have to put that alcohol down because it's concentrated with sugar. You have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And that's the problem with our people. They don't want to give up nothing. They don't want to give up nothing to gain anything. Mm-hmm. And literally you giving up nothing. You like, quitting drinking drinking is absolutely something you should not be doing. But even if you got to wean yourself off of it, be real with yourself. Don't argue with yourself about it. Do it. Take the drink. Try not to do it the next day. But the alcohol is a huge problem in the community. Our people just so depressed. I can see the depression now. And that's the thing about this diet. It clears your thoughts to a magnitude of where you see people's insecurities leaking out of them. And then you can't come to me because I haven't learned how to deal with sensitive people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna tell you how it is. You're not a kid. Whatever you've been through, okay, you say, how you always say, can't nobody tell you what to do, but you don't know how to do nothing.
Right.
That's who telling you what to do. I wouldn't be wasting my time with you. You know, we got to stop babying people. Those who gonna come. I'm not I don't care about everybody getting healthy. My people get healthy around me. That's all. And then it's gonna be healthy people around me because I'm gonna be healthy.
Right.
I'm not around unhealthy people.
My thing is like, I'm not trying to force this lifestyle on nobody at all, but I do want to keep reminding people every single chance I get to make sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I post the way that I post. Every time I post with intent. Every time I post because it's leading up to, this is what I want to say. Drink y'all water, real water. You know what I'm saying? Make the smoothie, eat the fruit, do what it is that you need to do. Because y'all, I want y'all to be like, oh yeah, let me go eat some fruit. Oh yeah, let me go get a juicer. Oh yeah, let me put that on my Christmas list. Like, you can get it as a Mother's Day gift. You can get it as a Christmas gift. And it does not have to be expensive. And that's what I want to keep on reminding people. Like, just start. And don't stop.
Let me tell you this. My perspective too is I'm throwing it in your face. Look, hell yeah, look how good I eat. Look at this. This is eating like royalty. Look what you eating. You need to stop that. Look what I'm eating.
And I don't want to be that way though, because it's like,
that's how they get the message. If not, they like, you are like, I have to accept the fact that I don't want you to be like that. You can do better than that. That's disgusting. Don't post no big ass shrimp crab bowl on my page. Delete.
But listen, luckily now my page is getting a whole lot cleaner. So like, the people that I do have on my page now is like-minded people. So it's kind of like, if I keep seeing the same people post the same thing about whatever food they about to get ready to cook, or they post a picture of their food or anything, you know what I'm saying? But then the next day you like, damn, my head hurt. Damn, I got this banging headache. Damn this. And you're constantly like going through illnesses. I don't want to one day go down my timeline and all I see is RIP, RIP, RIP such and such. And they tagging your ass. And I'm just like, damn.
I mean, I just can't deal with it. I'm like, like I said, like you said, I popped out of nowhere, right? But the reality of me is I'm not going to say I'm nothing. I'm not no more. I did it too long. That's why I waited I feel confident and comfortable in telling you what I do. This is what I do. This is what I'm going to be doing. Like, this is how I eat. This is what I do. So if you want help, first of all, you got to help yourself. I'm here to show you what I'm doing. And look at me. Look at me. I had people looking at me for the wrong reasons. It's okay to look at me now because I ain't going to lie to you. And that's what you want. I don't want no liars. Nobody don't know it's not gonna be all right if you keep eating like that. Nope. Right. Life ain't gonna be good. You might think your life good, but it could be so much better. It could be so much better. Your thoughts and that's the most important thing, is your sense of peace and reality. Like, if you don't have that, I can't deal with you. I can't deal with people who think outside the box too much. You know what I mean? Like, stay in your box sometimes. Because then that's when you lose sense of reality. Like, think on your level. You can't think on my level. I wouldn't expect you to. So I come at people accordingly. And I know it's levels to what people can understand and take in. So I don't say certain things to certain people. A lot of people can't handle the truth. I wouldn't even tell certain people the truth. I ain't about to waste my time with how they get in their feelings. Right. Because somebody called you fat and you are fat. Yeah, you fat. Yeah, you look fat. Yeah. I mean, because it is how you gonna change? If baby, you look good tonight. No, you don't. That dress look terrible. Your rose hanging out. You shouldn't be putting that shit on. And I'm not trying to be mean. Yes, I am, because I mean what the hell I say. Because you can't sugarcoat it no more. It's time to wake up, people. People, unhealthy is unhealthy. You don't want unhealthy minded niggas around you, do you? Don't know how to talk. Most niggas don't even know how to hold a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even get a person to say a full sentence. Come on, man.
That is hilarious. You say your rolls hanging out.
On.
That shit don't look good on you.
It
Yep.
don't. It don't. Why we lying to our women? Then they go out there thinking they acting like they feel good because they don't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
They acting like they feel good because you done told them they look good. Now everybody talking about them, and you in the back laughing at her too. I wouldn't do that to nobody. I wouldn't send you out there like that. Take that shit off. Get comfortable. If you got to put some shit like that on to think you look good, you need to take it off.
No, you didn't just say get comfortable. Take that shit off. Get comfortable. Yeah, it's a sad
reality.
A sad reality. That's exactly what it is. And now, as far as like let me see. So now that you have gained like the actual knowledge of this beautiful lifestyle change, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want others to know, especially the men? Being that you are a man, especially the men, what do you want the men to know? And women as well too, but we talking about the men because once again, I feel like the men does not get enough attention or even acknowledged at all. They don't get acknowledged at all when it comes to health and eating better and respecting your body overall, treating it like a temple. I feel like men, for the most part, they tend to dog their bodies out. And I dog my body out as well too by eating what I wanted to eat. And I feel like men, it's okay. It's okay to eat a salad. It's okay to eat fruits and stuff. It is okay.
I think men, if I had to say anything, let me start off by saying men are the expectations. Like men don't exceed expectations of women. So men are going to go as far as what you allow them to. So if the women keep desiring the nothing ass niggas or the nothing ass men, then it's going to continue to be them. Because you have to raise the expectations. I used to tell my daughter, you only doing what's expected of you, right? That's why you're not getting straight A's, because nobody around here is expecting you to. But now we are.
Right.
So the expectations of the people have to change. Men in general have to come to face with their demons. Yeah. A man ain't nothing without telling the truth to himself. Like if you can't, like if I couldn't tell you, oh, I was an alcoholic or I was a bad father or I'm embarrassed about how I feel or how I look. If you can't do that, then you're not gonna change. And most men need to have that conversation because they are embarrassing for the most part because you can't talk about how you feel. Yeah, you're not expressive, and that turns into you not being able to take care of yourself. That's it. Because a man needs to wake up every single day with a purpose. What is he waking up for? What is he doing? It starts in the mind. Man, get up at the same time every day and make your bed up. Matter of fact, get out of everybody's bed first.
Right.
You know, you got to stop wasting all that energy. I don't know if people know or not, but and not to be, vulgar or anything, but when you ejaculate and shit, that's wasting energy. You wasting literal brain fluid. Like, you really fucking yourself stupid. Thinking you out here fucking all these women and all that. Like, man, grow up. Stop running the streets. Stop drinking. Get responsible. Start listening to your kids. That's why the kids don't talk, because ain't nobody listening to them. My daughter's, how was school today? Good. That's it. You gotta insult her to get her to rile up and say something. So I did it every day when she came in. Insulted her in some form or fashion, get her upset. At least she talking.
Right.
Learning to express themselves. That's what men don't do. They don't express themselves. When they're angry, first of all, they don't know why. It's the food you eat. Stop eating meat. Start with that. your aggression levels will go down. Guaranteed.
So, what advice would you give to the men who say that they don't want to stop eating the meat because they need the protein, because they're a man and they need the protein? Because I have heard that several times. I'm a man, I need my protein.
I would say that man needs to do some research. That's another thing we need to start reading and looking it up. Why you asking people all these questions, but you can go in your pocket and type anything you want into Google? Why you got to ask me or Tiffany, how do you do this and how do you do that? Ask Google. It's going to tell you. That's how I learned. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to go on Google and look it up for you. We can skip that. You go look at I heard somebody say before, I don't know where I heard this from, but it said, if you look through a person's search history, it'll tell you a lot about them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's what people thinking. That's how Google knows so much about you. So if you look through my search history, it say shit like, how many years do bananas got to be cultivated? Or any question that come to my head about fruit, I type it in. Then if I don't like the first answer, I keep looking and keep looking and keep looking.
Yep.
It's simple.
I
you have a
love
computer
doing
in your
research.
pocket.
Yep. I love it. 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 It's either I'm on doing some type of research on my phone on the internet, or I'm on YouTube doing some type of research as well too, because I love listening to like documentaries and other people experiences and stuff like that. And the first time, if I get into it within the first couple minutes and it's one thing that you say and I don't like it or I don't agree with it, I turn it off and I find something else.
You can change the energy.
Exactly. Cause nope, we ain't vibing no more. You had me going until you said that, and now it's like, okay, nope, you're not for me. And that's just what I take from it. But as far as like the eating meats and things like that, I do feel like a lot of men and a lot of women as well too. But right now we are focusing on the men. A lot of men is like, no, I'm not about to turn my meat down. I'm not about to do that.
You got to do the research. You know, when you do the research that you really not even getting protein like you think so. And then it's more protein in leafy greens than anything. You know what I mean? Like you can look that up. Protein, you really don't even need protein.
So you agree that protein is a myth, right?
It's a myth. Look it up. And then I can't explain it to you because somebody can explain it a lot better and a lot more detail to you than I can. All I'm telling you is a myth. I don't use protein or nothing. Right. Matter of fact, as I've lost weight, I've become stronger. And somebody asked me, this is one thing, because a lot of people don't know how to deal with the cravings of meat when you stop eating it. So they go into this substitute meat, which I never agree with, never ate substitute meat or nothing. But I don't, if you do, you do. But the cravings only going to stop if you have the discipline to stop. Like people anticipate the cravings and stop it from letting them stop eating meat. Stop eating meat and then start having the cravings, and you're going to see why you're having the cravings, because it's the meat. The longer you stop eating it, the cravings just go away because you're not feeding whatever's asking for it inside you.
Some parasites.
Yes. So you juice and you keep doing it. It's a discipline. It's tough. I'm not going to lie to nobody. Yes, it's tough, especially from how we eat. But what's not tough in life?
Right.
We can't sugarcoat this shit. It's tough, man. But you got to be, if you really want to be healthy and you want to wake up with a smile every day, like you can't fake. I'm not happy. Like people got a misconception. No, I'm not happy. I'm excited. I'm optimistic. I wear a smile because I'm looking forward to something now. I can start the process of trying to pursue my happiness, but I have to be in the right state of mind to even start that race. So men, start small. If you have a significant other, do it with them. Both parties get together and just start changing lifestyles. Make small changes. Start talking to each other. Develop a sense of reality. Don't lie to people. We lying. It's a lot of liars out here.
Now,
I
what,
found out it's most people on the internet ain't living like they really say they are.
oh, yeah.
It, so
Yeah.
it's
They half-ass telling stories and making stuff seem like this and making it seem like that. And it's kind of like that ain't adding up, because before you said this, but now you saying this, that don't even, your story not even adding up.
exactly.
It's not adding up at all. And then you saying all this to impress who? For what? To make yourself feel better at the end of the day, or to be accepted by somebody that you don't even know?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what would you say to somebody who feels like they work out a lot and they like, you know what? I don't think the fruits is going to be beneficial enough. I don't think the juicing is going to be beneficial enough. I don't think the smoothie is going to do the trick. Like, I need to have my meats. I need to have my potatoes, my rice. I need all of that. What would you say to somebody like that?
I mean, you're not gonna know till you try anything, and you really don't need that shit. And I don't. When you weaning off of something, I don't want to say you don't need it, because in your mind you do need it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this, man. Everybody not built for this.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you when you start something, you will realize how far you can go, how far you want to take it. You might want to do, even if you just add, if you 30% fruits, that's significantly amount of more nutrition than you're getting now.
Right.
So just try something. You know what I mean? Even if you think you need those things, you don't. But if you think you do, try not to use them. You know what I mean? With anything in life, try to stop doing something to see if you really need it anymore. You do that with people all the time. You'll cut people off and you realize you really don't need them.
Right. So, like, let's just say if they decide, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give myself a week of no meats, no starchy foods, no bullshit. I'm just gonna eat the fruits and vegetables, and I'm gonna go on this diet. Well, we know it's not a diet, but a lot of people consider it being a diet. So I'm gonna do this diet. I'm gonna see what it's all about. So let's just say 3 days within not even 3 days, 2 days within that, they ain't had no meat, no starches, no nothing. They start getting these headaches and shit. So they start to freak out. Like, what have you been through something like that? Do you think that there's a such thing as like detox symptoms and things like that?
Oh
Or do
yeah,
you think
definitely.
that, okay.
Definitely. When that happens, and if you can I would recommend listening to this guy named I'm drawing a blank about his name, Tom Avery. I think I posted him in the Fruitarian group. The older
Right.
white gentleman who is the tennis coach. But when you start detoxing with fruits, especially coming from our diet, you're going to have symptoms because your body is reacting with the cleansing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually going to go through phases and malfunctions and everything because it's a chemical adjustment. So you have to take that on. You have to. So there's ways that there's certain fruits and certain vegetables that you can take to ease the pain of those symptoms and withdrawals and stuff. So it's not that bad of a process, depending on how sick you are. I can't tell you, but for me, it wasn't that bad of a process. I went through it for like 2 weeks of just feeling terrible,
Mm.
mind foggy, but I do remember when I started getting a little sense of clearness, and it was like, I think what happened was I started cleaning up the house. I started cleaning up the house and making sure it was clean. And I got like, you know what I'm saying? What do they call it when you clean up a whole lot? I don't know, but I would start cleaning up a whole lot every day and making sure things were the same and all that. And that's when I started realizing like I'm zoning in on something. And I knew it was because I was juicing so heavy in the beginning. A bag or two of apples a day, 12 cucumbers, like celery, whatever I could get my hands on. So
Right.
you're definitely going to go through some symptoms, and just trust your body. It's new. It's new. Like right now, if I were to eat a pork chop with gravy and all that on there, my body gonna react in a way to where like I'm gonna feel sick.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same
It's the
thing, vice
same
versa.
thing, right? And
Yeah.
it's the same thing as well too. Like, let's just say if we were on some type of like drug or something, no matter what type of drug it is, if you sit there and you like, I'm gonna stop, I want to get myself clean, I want to, you know what I'm saying, I want to stop it, you're gonna have them withdrawals. You're gonna have,
Yeah.
it can be, it ain't even got to be drugs, it can be, I want to cut out coffee. Don't people have like caffeine withdrawals and stuff like that, or Red Bull
Yeah.
withdrawals and shit like that?
You know, the guy Marcus Plattman, that's how he started his journey by quitting coffee.
Yeah, I was
It was,
listening to y'all live and he was
yeah,
saying that.
yeah, he quit coffee and started using juice and a smoothie every day. And this man, like, there's no excuse. This man lost what, 90 something pounds so far in like 5 or 6 months. And he
Just by
still eat
quitting
like quick
coffee.
food, quitting coffee, going to juice and smoothies, and he do a little bit of cooked food. And like his diet that he's on is something I would recommend to a lot of people.
Mm,
Like what he does is he does a 64-ounce smoothie in the mornings.
mm.
And he drinks on that. Then he does like cooked pasta and vegetables for dinner. And he makes like ice cream and all that stuff. So it's like a nice transitional diet, I would say. You
Okay.
know, it's still a little restricted because you know the fruitarian diet, like the diet I'm on and the diet that you're on, is very restricted.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not too many things you really want to eat outside of your diet. And but what I would recommend people doing is more so like a vegetarian thing first, weaning off of the meats, probably still eating a little dairy to supplement the loss. Try it for a couple weeks, then attempt to replace the dairy with fruits and vegetables. You know, start real slow, but still have you
Mm-hmm.
some cooked meals at night. Have cooked meals and a salad. Pasta and vegetables, people don't know taste really good. I heard you talking about it earlier. You can doctor it up to make it taste fantastic. And you're going to lose weight and feel better even on that diet.
Yep. And
Even on that diet.
once you start to make those changes, I don't want to use the word small changes because it's a big change at the end of the day, because you didn't sit here and our bodies is used to eating this way and used to drinking this way and used to doing certain things for not just 3 months, not 5 months, not 1 year, not 2 years, but damn near our whole life, from the time
Yeah.
we were infants to toddlers to teenagers to our adulthood. You know what I'm saying? So the shit is not going to
Yeah.
happen just overnight. And we expect shit to happen overnight. And it's not going to happen that way. But if you
No.
take those steps and you apply force to it and apply pressure to it nonstop and go full force, and don't just be like, I'm a half-ass do it. You literally have to really do it. Take your time, but don't take your time, if that kind of makes sense. Don't just be
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I got next year to start on it. No, don't do that shit. You sit here and you set your weekly goals. Like you said, this week I'm gonna wake up every day and I'm gonna make my bed up and I'm gonna look in the mirror and I'm gonna tell myself I love you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hug a tree. I'm gonna go for a walk. I don't care if you just sit there on a porch for 3 minutes. Eventually you're going to want to get your ass up off that porch and you're going to want to walk to the corner. And that walking to the
Definitely.
corner is going to want to, you're going to want to walk further and further and further and further. It don't matter if let's just say if you are obese, you know what I'm saying? Because it is some people that's obese or bed bound or whatever. You can still sit there and make changes, because it all begins in what you think first and foremost, and then what you accumulate, what you put into your mouth. Because you can be a small person like myself, like you can be small and still be unhealthy, because you're still taking in a lot of bullshit, you still thinking about a lot of bullshit, you're surrounding yourself with a lot of bullshit, and then you thinking that
Yeah.
because you small, you healthy. No.
Mm-mm. Most,
Mm-mm.
most, and then like I recommend people. I highly recommend people check out Yaki.
Oh yeah.
Like I just like I'm nothing in a sense of knowledge when it comes to this man's dedication and hard work towards the community. And this man has like if I could tell anybody, any teachers that I ever followed in my life, this feels the most right.
Yep.
even if you don't agree with everything he says, this kind of feels like the best thing to do. And the way he explains things and the way he puts things together. And like he said, everything you put in, you putting things into your ears, your mouth. These are holes that things can enter into your body with.
Right.
So the music, the people you listen to, like you said, it's all play a role, and it's a total life change. But you have to be dedicated, and with dedication builds determination and discipline, man. The 3 Ds I tell people all the time, and it take hard work, but you can do it. If I was just sitting on my couch, drinking a fifth of Cavassier in February, smoking weed, taking ecstasy pills, sitting up here smoking miles and cigarettes. I was just doing all that in February.
In February of this year, right?
Of this year. And I couldn't see myself doing it right now. That's how powerful that this diet is when you really restrict yourself to the real formula. Like the juicing is powerful, very powerful.
And that is warming my heart, because it's like, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like I can sit here and I can post all day long and I can share my journey and I can share my stories and this and that. I purposely sometimes do it just so that when that memory pop up from a year ago, from 2 years ago, like I literally didn't know that today is my third year anniversary of no drinking. Until that memory popped up.
Wow.
Then it reminded me. Thank you. It reminded me, it's like, oh my, it's 3 years already? I made that personal decision. And some people some people be like, you don't even take no wine. Well, wine is healthy. I choose not to do it. I don't need it. I damn sure don't miss it. And especially too, like once you get that, I'm already happy-go-lucky as is. Like I already need to calm my energy down. You know, so it's like, I don't need that's a different type of energy. It's different. It makes me a different person. I don't like it. I don't like the way it makes me feel the next day. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like sometimes I purposely make sure that I post certain things so that a year from now, when that memory pop up, or 2 years or 3 years, it's like, you don't give yourself enough fucking credit.
Yeah, you got to. You come a long, far way in a short amount of time. And I think the reason why I'm so hard on myself, because I'm very hard on myself. And I think the reason is because once you get to a certain level of thinking, you know where it can go. And you just want to get there so bad.
Yep.
But I'm not going to miss the journey that I've been on so far. I'm enjoying this so much. Like, if I could tell anybody anything, it would be this. The way you feel when you wake up right now does not have to be that way. And I'm not lying. I do not wake up with any negative energy. None whatsoever. And it's crazy because that's all I was negative energy.
Yep.
And these are powerful. The fruits change your entire existence. And I recommend it. Like, get up. Ain't no excuses. Like I told you, I got a $30 blender, $100 juicer. That don't mean that I'm the machine.
Right.
I'll make it. I'm gonna make my juice. I'm gonna make my smoothie. You feel me? I'm gonna take my walk. That's more important than anything. Because it's changing my perception. I don't care about nothing. They ain't got nothing to do with me or my family. Nothing. I don't worry about it. I don't watch the news.
I know.
I don't know what's going on in the real world, sort of say. The real world is my world. That's where I live at. My relationship's getting stronger. I'm getting more, better, experienced friends. And you need that. You need good people, man. You don't need that negative energy. I don't listen to nobody who say I can't do something. Well, you can do it around me. So you can be who you want to be. You can be who you are. But learning who you are is the best part of this. I didn't never know I was this. People be like, man, you got so much energy. You such a good person. Man, do you know how good that here? Like,
Yep.
People tell you a good person.
Yep.
Like, I ain't never been a good person. Never. Never. So to even say I'm a good person now mean more than anything in the world to me. And that's what this is about, being a good hearted person so you can get the fuck up out of here.
Okay. You ain't lying about that.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
So
that's absolutely amazing. And thank you again for coming
yes,
on
ma'am.
and sharing your story and things like that. Y'all make sure
Yes.
that you guys follow him, add him as a friend. Do not be a stranger. If you got any questions, it's okay to ask him. He's not that type of
Yes.
person at all.
Right.
If you men, we're talking about the men. Okay, women too. It doesn't matter, but this is mainly for the men because you guys need somebody to you need some guidance. And it's a
Yes.
lot of
We
y'all
all
that's on my
do.
timeline that need some guidance. And it's okay to ask me, but I'm a woman. Now you hearing it from a man himself. And I literally, we ain't even been friends on Facebook for a month. I know for a fact it ain't been a month. I don't even think it's probably been maybe like 2.5 weeks or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. 3 weeks maybe. Yeah.
So if I can sit here and reach out to him and ask him to come and talk to you guys, do not hesitate to do the same. And just reach out to him or follow him or whatever and just look at his posts and shit because they are good. And he don't put no long ass posts or captions the way I do. He literally is like, this is lemon, grapefruit, blah, 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 fruit up. And that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Fruit
Me,
up.
I'm
Fruit up.
like,
And
remember, here's a friendly reminder. I'm just posting to do this. Like I'm always explaining myself because that's me. Y'all know here go Tiff is gonna be this type of post. And then we got you and you already know what to expect from you. So it's like when I didn't see you posting for that time, I'm like, I ain't seen no posts. I ain't seen no citrus fruits. I ain't seen like
right.
your pictures is just it's eye captioning. It's like
Thank you. And it's so simple. It's so simple.
I know.
And
And I love
it's so
simplicity. It's
crazy.
like
Yeah.
you got some good stuff.
Thank
And
you.
remember when I was
Thank
like, I think I had already, no, I think you had requested me. And then I think I went through your page or something. And I seen that you were getting ready to take the three bitters or you had a picture of the three bitters. I was
Oh
like,
yeah. Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
he knew something. Like your words and the way that you was just on top of your juices and stuff. I was like, he ain't just get
Definitely.
into that fruitarian group just out the blue. Like he know more than what he posting about. And when I seen them three bitters, I was like, oh, yep,
Definitely.
you.
And I seen your picture with Yaki. And just too, Quinn, just on the flip side, I definitely appreciate you. And like I told you before, your perspective means a lot to me because you don't get a lot of good women energy and women who are standing on something and trying to do something better for themselves and create better for their family. So I definitely appreciate your vibes and your energy and the new friendship that we have is going to be magnificent. And hopefully that we can continue to count on each other and bring positive energy to the people. So you're a beautiful soul. This was a beautiful interview, and I appreciate everyone for tuning in and listening. I'm just a simple guy, you feel me? And I'm here to help whatever I can, but like I said, it's ultimately up to you.
Yep.
I'm helping as much as I can by being who I am. So fruit up,
Right.
fruit up.
Yep. And that's all that we can do. And that's it, y'all. That is his story. And you guys heard it firsthand from Mr. Bobby Smith himself. Like he said, he's him. He's just a human. I'm just a human as well too. And we then both took these changes and applied pressure, and it took us beyond where we even imagined going to, because
Yes,
we
ma'am.
didn't know that this life even existed. All we knew
Right.
was what we were taught growing up. That's all we knew. We didn't know none of this stuff outside of what we grew up in. And we trying to sit here and just spread the word and spread the knowledge and spread the love and the positivity as much as possible, because everybody needs to know this. If
Everybody.
you want to live a happier, healthier, possibly longer life and avoid a lot of the
Definitely.
trauma and shit like that, a lot of stuff can be avoided by simply changing what you putting into your body, what you're doing daily, your mental intake, what you're listening to and things like that. Just make sure that you guys apply this knowledge Start somewhere. Don't sit here and be like, I don't know where to start. Grab you some apples, grab your favorite fruit that you like. If you can't juice it, have your teeth be the juicer. If you can't get you no blender, just eat it. Y'all just eat the fruits. That's all we're saying. Eat the fruits, eat the vegetables, cut back on the stuff. Cut back on it. And sooner or later, once you start to add more fruits, more vegetables, you will notice, damn, my waist getting smaller. Everything's starting to look different. Like that's, I don't like the way perfume smell no more, cologne, none of that stuff. Like, and you will start to notice certain things, like hygiene wise. You just notice certain things. What is deodorant? You ain't got to wear deodorant. You don't have to. Whatever goes into your body is going to come out some way, somehow. And people think, this holds funk and this holds funk. No, what you're putting into your body is what's holding funk, honey.
Exactly.
And once again, it's coming out of you. Yeah. And you are what you eat, literally. So all we can do, like you said, fruit up, y'all. Fruit up. Yes. And the live was absolutely amazing. Thanks again. Yeah. And we definitely got to do this again sometime. And y'all share, okay? Share the live, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. It does not matter who reaches this live, as long as it can touch somebody, because you never know who can help.
Yes, facts. Thank you.
You are very welcome. It was my pleasure. All right, I'm gonna talk to you later. You have a great night.
You do the same. Peace.
All right.